What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. We're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer in this video here today. No, this is not an April Fool's joke or anything like that. It just coincidentally happened to be uploaded right after midnight because I wasn't fast enough to get it uploaded before that. But Deadline and other reputable trades at CinemaCon is this week, got their first exclusive look at what I can only assume is a short teaser trailer for the upcoming I Know What You Did Last Summer Legacy sequel, which is supposed to be dropping in theaters this July 18th, 2025. So I'm going to go over what the reputable trades had to put out as far as a description and go over some other details that pages like CinemaPop put out. And I'll share my thoughts on what it sounds like this movie is going to do that's different from that original, since the sequel is just an extension of that original. Now, Deadline and a few others again reported on this footage that has dropped exclusively at CinemaCon. Deadline's first report says the reel opened with Madeline Klein and her hot brunette hunk in a posh home. She went to go take a bath, but is that rose tint in the water? No, it's blood. She puts on her headphones listening to a peaceful meditation. Meantime, the hunk gets stabbed with a metal arrow that pulls him. It's the original hook killer before the Scream guy. Amid hooking and blood and the realization that it's not the first time that there's been violence in Southport and Chaseoy wonders, exclaiming, "Something is coming after us," there's a shot of Love Hewitt who exclaims, "I have one question for you. Do you know what you did last summer?" Mic drop. And then Variety's description for it is a bit similar. It says, in the first look footage of the follow-up film, a picture-perfect young couple portrayed by franchise newcomers Madeline Klein and also a star who was announced a few days ago, Joshua Orpin, are enjoying a night of self-care, including a calming bubble bath for Klein's character. However, all this rest and relaxation takes a deadly turn as a cloaked killer enters the premises. Of course, this seaside town is no stranger to such slaughterings and bloodshed. This isn't the first time there has been violence like this in Southport, Prince tells a packed courthouse. So this is, of course, Ray in a courthouse scene talking about the violence. Then later, Hewitt asked the youngsters, "I just have one question. What did you do last summer?" Now, the Hollywood Reporter says this: the footage opened with Klein's character settling in for a meditative bath. Wow, that seems to be the most consistent thing from this reporting. But she settled in for a meditative bath while her boyfriend is stabbed downstairs by the mysterious killer and his iconic hook. She later poses a question, this is Klein: "Do you think this is some kind of fucked up karma for what we did, or someone saw what happened?" Keep in mind, there is someone in this film who did see what happened. Her name is Hannah. Well, that's a code name. Could be Tyler, played by Gabriette. The body count continues to grow, and in a later scene, Bronson, who is Ray, turns up at a town hall to reveal this isn't the first time there's been violence like this in Southport. An audience member not far from the Hollywood Reporter's seat inside the Coliseum started clapping at first sight of Hewitt, whose character offers the mic drop line, "I just have one question. What did you do last summer?" Now, however she delivers that line, I am going to go out on the limb and just say the inclusion of that line is cringe. I'm not saying that it won't make me smile ear to ear when I see it on screen, but so far, that is a cringe line to include. That's just me. It is very crowd pleasing. I get why it's there, but it just seems a little cringe. That's just me. Cinepop's description of this footage highlighted that these friends seem to be college students, though. Cinepop has been killing it lately also by sharing these exclusive posters at the CinemaCon event. But the friends being in college is something that I've suggested in the past, considering the alleged engagement party, which I guess is not confirmed or highlighted anywhere in this footage. So we're still waiting on confirmation for that. Cinepop also claims there's a glimpse of Helen Shivers' tombstone or her grave with an image of Sarah Michelle Gellar. So I guess that is all we're going to get of Helen Shivers. Helen Shivers is dead. If you get Sarah Michelle Gellar back, that's about as close as I think we're going to get. Just that picture of her on the grave. Now, what I was going to share as a theory is that it would appear to me that this film could in fact be taking a Scream approach, because the reactions online do seem to be comparing this a lot to Scream 5 and just being a Scream style opening. And by that alone, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Did they just show the opening sequence? Is the opening of the film actually Madeline Klein's character and her boyfriend getting their house broken into, and her boyfriend, of course, losing his life while she's taking a bath? And apparently there's a sequence, or during that sequence, the fisherman will write on the glass, "You're next," to scare her. So I'm thinking to myself, Is that going to be our opening scene? Is this going to be different in the sense that we aren't going to see the accident first? It's going to play out in the style of a Scream opening, and then over the course of the rest of the movie, we will learn what these people did a summer ago, and it'll play out more like Pretty Little Liars, if you will, and how we slowly learned what happened that night Allison went missing. I wouldn't mind that approach, honestly. If they take this approach, I think I would prefer it versus starting off with the accident and then jumping a year later. Why don't we jump a year later already from a tragic accident, get to know these characters and the fact that they were involved in an accident a year ago, and let it play out like that? I like that approach. It's different. Something about that just, I don't know why I never considered that. But if that's the route they're taking, which it seems like it is until further notice, to me anyway, I'm all for it. What do you guys think about that? Going down the route of a Scream-like approach and then slowly just peeling the layers back and treating this like a Maureen Prescott type of deal. Or again, like the night Allison went missing, for my Pretty Little Liars fans out there. What do you think about that line from Julie James? Do you think it's cringe like me? What do you think about this harpoon kill that the fisherman apparently is going to be losing or using in the film? Apparently there's some sort of harpoon weapon. I don't know if they're going to use that more than once, but we'll see what comes of this when the film arrives in theaters this July. I also wanted to point out to you guys that I think Madeline is playing the fiance to another man after her ex-lover walked out on her, named Richard, nicknamed Teddy, who I at this point believe to be played by Tyreek Withers because of his behind-the-scenes photo he just shared on his story not too long ago via Instagram. I think that's who Madeline's playing. She's playing that ex-fiance to him, and then this new boyfriend who dies, and this CinemaCon footage that's just been shown must be the character of Wyatt, because I'm recalling Wyatt recommending a bath to a lover that was off screen because he just got her some new bath products. But that's really all I wanted to share. Just trying to connect the dots, but obviously it doesn't sound like Wyatt is going to make it out of this alive. And again, Wyatt could just be a code name. So we'll see what comes of this. But Madeline's character definitely seems like she has a very bad history when it comes to love, and it's not going to get any better when bodies start piling up. The footage does sound fun. People, again, are comparing 5. If you weren't a fan of Scream 5, then I don't think this will make you happy, but they are comparing this to Scream 5. And the fact that there was such an emphasis on that bathroom scene between Madeline and her boyfriend makes me think that's our opening sequence. They're going to play it out this way with the fishermen breaking into their home, and that's just going to be it. We're not going to see the accident. The accident is going to be slowly peeled back throughout the movie, which, if that is the approach you're taking, Jennifer, that is genius. That is a genius touch to me. Peeling it back layer by layer, keeping us intrigued as to what transpired that summer, and slowly but surely, because they're not going to just tell us what happened, you're keeping us in anticipation of finding out, okay, well, what exactly did you guys do? We know it's a car accident, but what happened? How did you end up in that predicament? Who did you run over? And the characters, of course, they're not going to want to talk about it, so we, the audience, are going to be curious to find out what happened that summer versus being in the loop with them from the get-go. I don't know, man. I just like that approach. I think it's very, very enticing. For some strange reason, it's just already getting my mouth wet. Let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, and never miss a video. In the description, I'll have links to all my social media accounts. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know if there's any movies, news, or reviews you'd like me to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.